Hi, I'm Sean with Veritas. One of the things people often wonder about when they start thinking about a remodel is, will the design really reflect my style, my needs, and the way my family lives? At Veritas, we take that question very seriously. We're not just builders who happen to put up pretty finishes. We believe good remodeling starts with good design. Design that's both beautiful and functional. Design that makes your life easier, your home more enjoyable, and your investment more valuable. Today, I want to walk you through one of our most impressive projects to date. It's a great example of how thoughtful design, paired with careful planning and expert construction, can completely transform the way a space feels and functions. So, this specific design is for a kitchen expansion in North Raleigh. Our clients had lived in the home almost 20 years. They were planning to live at least 20 more. And we're looking for that final large kitchen expansion that was going to push them into the next phase of their life. They're new empty nesters with a kid in college and one that had just gotten married. And we're thinking about future family gatherings. They're thinking about having friends over, and just the way that their home functioned wasn't quite what they were looking for. And so we'll just look at the software here. And that is the first thing that we do in any design is that we are building a set of plans for a team to function off of. So one of the benefits of hiring a team is that you have a shared responsibility there. But in order for the team to know exactly what they're doing, it needs to be well communicated. And we do that through written plans. We start out with as-built plan. You'll see here the existing plan. And this home was built in the mid-90s, and so it's a very nice sized home, but a lot of the access ways from room to room are closed off, as typical in the 90s. And so you'll see here as you enter through the front door, you've got the dining room on the left, you have a living room that they're functioning like a parlor on the right. And then we have this really narrow passageway here into the kitchen in the main part of the house. Is they wanted to open it up. They wanted people to be able to see the kitchen as they walked into the home, but they also wanted to be able to see all of the people that were coming in the home instead of just the first person, while the other people stood back in line waiting to get through that doorway. That was one of the ideas they had. Another thing is, as you look back and go through this kitchen, back going towards the garage on this side, you'll see a powder room on the left and then a hallway on the right. The homeowner did not like that the way this door opens into the powder room, that you could see into the powder room with the door open from the kitchen. They just didn't like that. And so they were looking for ways to hide that powder room from the kitchen area. Another thing is that they wanted more symmetry. If you look at this plan here, you see a doorway open here into the living room, but it's not centered on the wall. It's on the right side of the wall. And in the same way, when you look to the left on the kitchen, there's no symmetry there either. This hallway is on the left and it goes straight to this door that leads to the garage. And so we had several things that we identified as problems. When we first looked into designing this space, we said, hey, let's center the kitchen. Let's go out and let's expand this kitchen out here into the sunroom area and really double the size of this kitchen. That way we could have centered it on the living room. And after just some initial research, it wasn't within the budget. Expanding this out was going to create a lot more foundation issues, correcting. And secondly, we found that the clients really liked their sunroom. They didn't want to lose that space. They had just remodeled it a few years ago and they really wanted to keep that. And so because of that, we went back to the drawing board and we said, okay, what else can we do with the kitchen in order to give that desired outcome? And so the idea that we came up with next and ended up landing on was to expand the kitchen into this dining room area, create a scullery here, an off kitchen, and to move the dining room over into the living room space. There's a really nice bay window here. It's going to be great for a dining room. And when we discussed the idea of having the dining room opposite of the kitchen over here instead of connected to the kitchen, the client was okay with that. They said, we really want to utilize this current dining room space as a scullery. And so in order to achieve that, what we're going to be doing is closing in this wall in order to create that privacy here in this scullery, and then we're going to be opening up this doorway here. Up next is a demo plan. It's really important when you have a team to know what you're tearing out and what you're keeping. And you see all the notes that are here in the plan. All of these are very important for us to be able to know exactly what we're doing. Everything marked in red is things that are being removed. So all the kitchen cabinets are being removed, all the tiles being removed. You can see a subsection of a wall here being removed, and that's what's going to give us our symmetry on this wall here. We're also pulling out all of this wall here, and then that's going to create something else new. So all this cabinetry is going. They already had a lot of, for a kitchen this size, they really had a lot of nice storage area. And so by creating the scullery in the existing dining room, we're going to be able to even expand what they've got here. You can see in the entryway here, this wall here is going, this storage is leaving, and that way it'll be really nice and expansive in the entryway. It'll also enable us to open up this stairway more, so there's more visibility from the entry through the stairway and into the kitchen. The next plan you see is the proposed plan. So this is as we put things back together. And now you can see that this is opened up. See, this wall right here has been pulled back. This is already pulled back. And so the visibility here, look at this. That wall is here and this entryway is nice and large. We've also enlarged this access into the dining room. And so now we've got great visibility from the entry into the kitchen. And then our kitchen layout is looking like a galley kitchen. It's very straight, lots of nice lines here. And then we see a nice opening, nice 8-foot opening into this back hallway on this side, and that is matched on this side as well. So this will also create great visibility into the living room and the fireplace. This fireplace area is being redone as well. It's going to have a facelift on it, which we're really excited about. As you can see here in the scullery, we've got a nice bank of cabinets with a sink here, as well as a freezer, an oven, and a microwave here. The clients did not want all of that clutter in their main kitchen, and so they put that into the scullery. So they've got a refrigerator in the kitchen and a freezer in the scullery. You can also see here where the new refrigerator is going. We've built this wall up, and that gives the privacy into the powder room, just as the client had requested. The sink is staying in the same location that it currently is. There's a window here with a really nice shelf outside into their sunroom for entertaining. And we're moving the range over here, really nice range into this space with a beautiful hood. The island stays nice and compact for the space, but we're also adding an eating space. That'll be their normal kitchen eat-in area. Now you see a 2D rendering. The thing that's helpful about this is to see just kind of, it's not 3D, it's 2D, but you see cabinets, locations. You also see these dotted lines here showing which way the doors are swinging. And so this is important so that we are clear with each project, that we know whether there's doors or drawers. And when there are doors, we want to know which way they are swinging. And so we see here that a door right here is swinging open this way. We're also able to see here what the detail is above the cabinets. These are 9-foot ceilings in this house, and the cabinets are going to be, the top of them will be at about 8 feet. And so the question is, do you leave it open on top and put your crown molding up against the wall? Or do you put crown molding on top of the cabinets? Or do you box it in with drywall to the ceiling? Or do you box it in with a cabinet finish? And what you see here is a cabinet finish plywood grade that will go on top of the cabinets to box that in to really have a built-in, custom, beautiful cabinet finish. This is the other side. You can see a panel-ready fridge here. You also see glass front cabinets. On we go now to the scullery. One side here, they're using beautiful soapstone counters and backsplash in the scullery. Plenty of cabinetry, as you see, and a nice built-in shelves on the left side of this. And then here's the other side of the scullery. Again, lots of nice cabinetry. This is the built-in freezer. And then we have here the oven and the microwave combo. Now we have 3D renderings of the layout. You can see the way everything is going to look, and into the scullery as well. And so all of these documents form for us our blueprint for how we're going to look at the existing space, how we're going to demo the space, and then how it's going to be built back. Looking at this project design shows how a remodel can go beyond surface level upgrades to create a space that's elegant, practical, and perfectly aligned with the way our clients live. At Veritas, that's always the goal. We work closely with our design partner to ensure every plan is not only stylish, but also realistic, buildable, and on budget. That way, when it's time to build, there are no disconnects, just a clear path from vision to reality. If you've been dreaming of a home that's as beautiful as it is functional, we'd love to connect and show you how our process can bring that vision to life.